Imagine a land of rolling hills and green valleys. This is the Vendée, a region in western France known for its beauty and the deep faith of its people. But this tranquil landscape holds a dark and bloody secret. The French Revolution turned into a frenzy of violence and terror. The Vendée became a battleground in a clash of ideologies. They took up arms against the revolutionary government. It was a testament to the power of faith and the human spirit. The French Revolution, driven by the ideals of the Enlightenment, sought to reshape society. Its supporters aimed to replace traditional structures with a new order based on reason and secularism. Religion, particularly the Catholic Church, was seen as an obstacle to progress. The people of the Vendée, deeply rooted in their Catholic faith, refused to comply. The uprising in the Vendée was not merely a political rebellion. It was a popular uprising, a crusade fueled by faith. The French Republic responded with brutal force to the Vendée uprising. The National Convention declared the Vendée a den of fanaticism. They unleashed a reign of terror. Generals like Louis-Marie Turreau carried out a campaign of extermination. Turreau's infernal columns left a trail of devastation. Villages were razed and crops were burned. Men, women and children were massacred. Many were thrown into the Loire River or burned alive. These were deliberate acts of genocide sanctioned by the government. The goal was to eradicate the Vendean people and their faith. The revolution had descended into barbarity. The Vendée stands as a testament to the dangers of ideology left unchecked. The war in the Vendée, despite its scale and brutality, remains a relatively obscure chapter in the annals of the French Revolution. For centuries, the French government and much of the historical establishment downplayed the atrocities committed in the Vendée or dismissed them as unfortunate excesses of a bygone era. The Vendée genocide challenged the narrative of the French Revolution as a triumph of liberty over tyranny. It exposed the dark side of the Enlightenment and the potential for brutality that lurks within any ideology that elevates human reason above all else. As a result, it was more convenient to ignore, downplay, or distort the history of the Vendée. However, the truth has a way of resurfacing. In recent decades, there has been a growing movement to acknowledge and commemorate the victims of the Vendée genocide. Historians, writers, and filmmakers have shed new light on this tragic episode, bringing it to the attention of a wider audience. Martyrs of the Vendée. The people of the Vendée, facing unimaginable horrors, clung to their faith. They died praying, their rosaries clutched in their hands. They sang hymns as they were led to their deaths. Their courage and faith are a testament to the power of belief and the resilience of the human spirit. Among the countless victims of the Vendée genocide were countless priests who refused to renounce their faith. They were hunted, tortured, and murdered in full view of their parishioners. Their deaths served as a stark reminder of the high cost of discipleship and the unwavering commitment of those who shepherd God's flock. The stories of these martyrs have been passed down through generations, kept alive in the hearts and minds of the Vendée people. They serve as a source of inspiration and a reminder that even in the darkest of times, faith can provide comfort, strength, and hope. A legacy of faith. The war in the Vendée may be over, but its legacy lives on. The Vendée remains a deeply Catholic region, a testament to the enduring power of faith and the sacrifices made by those who came before. The memory of the Vendée martyrs continues to inspire people around the world. Throughout the Vendée, monuments, memorials, and museums commemorate the victims of revolutionary terror. These places serve as solemn reminders of the human cost of ideological extremism and the importance of safeguarding religious liberty. They are also beacons of hope, reminding us that even in the face of unimaginable evil, faith and the human spirit can endure. The story of the Vendée is a stark reminder that the battle for religious freedom is never truly over. The forces of secularism and intolerance may change their tactics, but their ultimate goal remains the same: to suppress faith and impose a godless worldview. The spirit of the Vendée lives on. The spirit of the Vendée transcends the boundaries of time and geography. It resonates with people all over the world who face persecution for their beliefs. It reminds us that we are not alone in our struggles. The story of the Vendée is a call to action, urging us to stand firm in our faith, to defend our religious liberty, and to resist the encroachment of secularism and intolerance in our own time. It is a reminder that the price of freedom is eternal vigilance, and that the right to worship God according to our conscience is a precious gift that must never be taken for granted. We must never forget the sacrifices made by those who came before us. We must honor their memory by living out our faith with courage, speaking out against injustice, and working to create a world where all people are free to worship God without fear. A call to courage. The Vendée challenges us to ask ourselves, what would we be willing to die for? What principles are so fundamental, so non-negotiable, that we would risk everything to defend them? In an age of increasing secularization and moral relativism, these are questions that we all must confront. The Vendée martyrs, though long gone, speak to us across the centuries. They urge us to be strong in our faith, courageous in our convictions, and unwavering in our defense of truth. They remind us that the battle for souls is often fought in the quiet corners of our own hearts, in the choices we make each day. We may never face the same kind of persecution as the people of the Vendée, but we are all called to be confessors of the faith in our own time and place. We are called to be salt and light in a world that desperately needs the truth and love of Jesus Christ. Conclusion. The Vendée's enduring message. The war in the Vendée, though a tragedy of immense proportions, offers a message of hope and inspiration. It reminds us that even in the darkest of times, faith can sustain us, courage can embolden us, and love can conquer all. The blood of the martyrs, shed on the soil of the Vendée, watered the seeds of faith that continue to bear fruit today. The legacy of the Vendée is both a challenge and a call to action. It is a challenge to live out our faith with authenticity, to stand up for what we believe in, and to never take our religious freedom for granted. It is a call to be instruments of peace, reconciliation, and healing in a world often torn apart by hatred and intolerance. May the memory of the Vendée martyrs inspire us to live lives of faith, courage, and love. That was the Belfry of the Vendée. Give us a like and subscribe to our channel. Until next time, warriors of God.